Well, folks, the big story on Earth right now is the Taal volcano in the Philippines. Fantastic lightning shots coming from almost every video online showing the eruption. When I saw this shot from an aircraft, I knew the satellites would catch this one, and oh boy did they. This is the sulfur dioxide release. Not exactly difficult to pick out the pluming activity there on the island nation. Now, while we did get a solid eruption yesterday, they are seeing no signs of it stopping. In fact, they say there's more to come, with an even bigger eruption possibly only hours away. Eyes open today. Let's stop by the Middle East, where winter stepped it up a notch and blanketed the region with snow, including regions that are not supposed to see snow. 43 people are dead. A note of interest, the rain line is going to stretch across the Atlantic between these cells, and the same rainfall in the southern states today will connect to rain and snow in the UK, which wraps back around across Canada by tonight. That is one long storm. The latest and most definitive survey and forecast of the maximum solar storm has now been determined. Well, sort of. They say no such upper limit can be known, but that all existing extrapolations based on the active dataset are unlikely to capture the severity of known storms that occurred before the time of the dataset, and that our best extrapolations are likely underestimations. No kidding. Let's move on to earthquakes as another one comes down the line in the electromagnetic precursor phenomenon list. While this electroquake forecasting was considered a bit nuts a decade ago, now there's a textbook on it from the American Geophysical Union. Hundreds of peer-reviewed papers published, including 2 of our own. I've linked this video below which breaks down the basics, and you can read our paper and learn to predict electroquakes yourself at quakewatch.net. Now, speaking of which, we've got both the solar polar magnetic field's annual reversal expected about now. We've got nearly 5 spheres lining up, including Saturn, which always gives us something interesting. And in all likelihood, it's going to be that volcano. Sure, we will keep watch on the other factors globally for other zones of interest, but they do say that bigger one is coming soon. Kronos is not surprised. Let's jump out to space before bringing it home to close. We are obviously hoping that we find exoplanets out there that could support life. But in a new study, a group of scientists is claiming that clouds on an exoplanet could significantly hamper our ability to spot water vapor in the atmosphere. Now, while this does make sense if you're looking at a Jupiter or Neptune-like planet, something tells me an Earth-like planet covered with clouds made of water is not exactly going to have a problem returning the proper spectral lines. Let's jump out even further and give a quasi-sarcastic golf clap to Berkeley and Lawrence Livermore National Lab scientist Dr. Lynn.